Hi, hey there, everyone. Welcome to Finding Enthusiasm and What It Can Do for You. I'm Patty Rose, and I am really excited about sharing this material with you today. Enthusiasm is something that's been part of my life from when I was a little girl. I've always been called enthusiastic, even though I didn't know what that meant when I was a kid. And I always had this thing that bubbles up inside me and pops out with a burst just unexpectedly. And because of that, I have a strong personal connection and experience of how being enthusiastic has the ability to enhance life, both your own as well as the lives of the people you share it with. So my goal for you in today's session is that perhaps maybe you'll catch a little bit of my enthusiasm, that you become inspired to use the tools and the practices I share with you, and so that you too can find this magic and capture the feeling of enthusiasm in your own life. So are you ready to dive right into finding enthusiasm and what it can do for you? I am. So let's just start here. What the heck is enthusiasm anyway? People often think of enthusiasm as passion or excitement, which it is, but it's way more than that. It's a much deeper experience than just feeling excited. It's like a combination of passion and excitement with a higher state of consciousness that connects to your deepest desires. So I'm going to kind of go over that again. It's like combining your passion with excitement, but creating a higher state of consciousness that's connecting to your deepest desires. So it's more than a surface emotion. And it's a very natural flow that's visceral and in alignment with those deep desires. The word enthusiasm comes from the Greek word entheos, which breaks down into two words, en, meaning within, and theos, meaning God. So when you put it together, it literally translates as the God within. And if you think about the way it feels to be enthusiastic, it's usually something that comes on like a wave, like a wow, like a pow. And it's the experience of that higher state of consciousness within yourself that brings us to something that's deeper and connects us to this deeper feeling. And it comes out like a bubble or something that's a little bit beyond our controlled surface emotions. And being in that place that feels truly aligned, the place that combines your passions and your excitement with your deep desires to do something or help someone, comes with many benefits. Being enthusiastic can help you become more productive. It will keep you motivated. It can be a driving force. Giving you self-confidence, making you feel happy. And one of my very, very favorites is it can trigger creativity. And you know what? As wonderful as those benefits may be, in my opinion, they are far outshadowed by how we can touch the lives of others with our own enthusiasm. Being enthusiastic is you, like big capital letters, you coming from a very genuine place and you sharing your joy. And this can lift and inspire and empower others like nothing else. There's a quote by Jim Carrey that I really thought brings this point home. And he says, "The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is." And since enthusiasm is contagious and can go viral like the hottest new YouTube video, why not spread some of that out into this world? So far, everything we've talked about, it seems conceptually about this magical feeling, that it's contagious, that it's beneficial to all involved. But if somewhere in your head, some part of you is saying, oh, yeah, right, I don't know if this works. I don't know if it'll work for me. And you're thinking things like, my life is so far off track. I don't even know where to start to have an enthusiastic approach. So let me be the first to tell you, I totally understand that life can knock us down. And I know that how long it takes to get back up will inevitably depend on how hard you are hit, how hard you are knocked down. So what do you do when you're down or sad or in a rut or had an unfortunate life smackdown? How do you find enthusiasm? How do you even begin to consider being enthusiastic when you don't even know if you want to get out of bed in the morning? Like, this is a very serious consideration, and I want to help you with that. So let's just start with this. Sometimes it's really hard to see our dreams or identify with something that we really want when it seems so far out of reach. It just seems so unrealistic. And you have to take stock and understand where you are on the spectrum. And sometimes you need a step up for yourself to get to the next level. But here's the bottom line. The enemy of enthusiasm is mediocrity. And while you might be somewhere between mediocrity and enthusiasm, I want to help you bridge the gap, no matter where you are on that spectrum. Sustained, lasting enthusiasm can only come when you deeply care about something. I want to say that again. Sustained enthusiasm can only come when you care deeply about something. So let's start there. Deeply caring. Here are some ways to remember things that you may have cared about and forgotten, or to ignite things to care about, or to stir up that feeling within. Because sometimes when you get that life smackdown, you just lose touch with the things that you really, really care about. You lose focus. Your channel got changed and you can't quite see what it is that you were thinking about or focusing on, or the things that brought you joy and the things that you wanted to be engaged in. So I'm going to give you a few that you can think about, that you might want to take notes on, that you might want to try. Some of these you could implement immediately, right now, today. So one thing is to seek a new focus. I want you to think about seeking something brand new to put your energy into. Have you ever done painting? Do you want to buy colored pencils and a coloring book? I have done so many nights where I just sit alone and color in a coloring book, and it just brings me so much peace and joy. Do you want to listen to music? Like, what's a new focus? Take a class in cooking. Find a creative way to seek something brand new. Another one is to spend time doing things you already love, or being with the people you love to be with. When we're down or lacking focus or not engaging with the things or the people that we already know will lift us up, sometimes all you need to do is put one little wheel in place to get that feeling back. Here's another one. Associate yourself with enthusiastic people. So I'm going to invite you right now to associate yourself with me and introduce yourself to me if you haven't already, so that we can begin to associate together. So associate yourself with enthusiastic people. There's a saying that says, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And like, really, this is a great one, because you can fill in the blank on this. You could say you are the sum of the 5 most fit people you spend your time with. You are the sum of the 5 people, the financially fit, that you spend your time with. And yeah, you know what? It even plays in for attitude and enthusiasm. So take stock of whose company you're keeping and associate yourself with some enthusiastic people to infuse some enthusiasm into your days. Here's another one. We can set goals and give them dates. This will give you a more narrow window than the ominous forever, and it'll create a sense of direction, which in turn can fuel confidence and motivation. So having direction and setting goals which lead to accomplishments also will help build your confidence and your motivation. And then here's one that I really love. Start your day on the right track. So the first thing I want you to do upon waking is generate a positive thought. I like to do this by focusing on a gratitude or a quote to infuse into my mind. If you want, you can write it down the night before, and when you wake up, the moment you open your eyes, read it. The point here is to go for this idea, this concept, over reaching for your phone or your tablet or the TV, because the conscious brain can only hold one thought at a time. So this one single thought can inspire the quality of your entire day. One tiny thought of gratitude. And I'm going to give you a little twist into how I use gratitude. I may think, here's one I do every day. When I'm in the shower, I am so grateful for running hot water. I'm grateful for the people who worked on the pipes to create the water in my building. I'm grateful for the people who maintain the building as a whole so that we have the ability to turn a faucet and have running water. Like, just think through all the different aspects of how this one thing, so much could go behind this one thing that we have in our life, that you have in your life. And gratitude or a quote or a positive thought, the first thing when you wake up, can really help to inspire the quality of your whole day. And here's another favorite of mine, is use rhythmic mantras. What you do is you choose 4 power words that resonate with you, and you say them in a rhythmic pattern. And if you really want to amp this up, and this is where I really get fired up, you do it while you're working out, or while you're dancing, or while you're moving your body around your home, like just moving your body. And this is one of my personal secrets to success. It works for me every single time. So 4 power words may be strong, happy, energetic, confident. And I will say those 4 things in a rhythm, like a flow, while I'm moving my body. And it is absolutely infectious and deep, and it picks me up every time. So I'm going to encourage you to go and try those out. And what happens is, from this place, from these small daily practices, you'll set yourself up to start using enthusiasm for success. Now, to review, first, you're going to find out where you are on this enthusiasm spectrum. We can't figure out where we're going until we're really clear on where we are. And every GPS system needs a starting point. So this is what I recommend you start with. Next, we're going to begin to implement the small bite-sized practices that I just shared. I recommend that you just pick one. Focus on one of these for the next 7 days, and then add the other one. Allowing them to accumulate and become a positive success of building blocks. It's kind of like teaching dance. We start with left foot forward, and then we do right foot right, and then we do left foot close. And when you do left foot forward, right, left close, you end up having a pattern, and it becomes steps, and it becomes dance. It's a building block that's accumulative. So start with one. Allow yourself 7 days, and then add the next one and see how that can amplify for you. And then lastly, we're going to showcase your commitment, your passion, and excitement by smiling and sharing joy. People are drawn to happy, positive people, and they want to be around and collaborate with and work with someone who is committed, passionate, and excited about a project. So put these 3 steps into play in your life, and before you know it, you'll be having that moment of wow, that bam, that enthusiasm inspired from deep within. And to wrap it up, I leave you with one last thought, a quote, as Bobinnet puts it. Enthusiasm is not the same as just being excited. One gets excited about going on a roller coaster. One becomes enthusiastic about creating and building a roller coaster. So tell me, what will you be enthusiastic about today? I really hope you enjoyed this training, and I was so enthusiastic about being here to teach it with you and to go over this training with you today. And now open up the conversation here and talk about enthusiasm collaboratively.